Radha Krishna Foundation presents Samarpan, an offering of service.
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। श्री रामचंद्राय नमः। A group of voices together as we sing to Bhagavan Shri Ram. जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी सुधा रूप रस खान की जय। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी सुधा रूप रस खान की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। जय जय राजा राम की प्रेम रूप रस धाम की जय। जय राजा राम की प्रेम रूप रस धाम की जय। जय जय राजा राम की प्रेम रूप रस धाम की जय। जय जय राजा राम की प्रेम रूप रस धाम की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। जय पवन कुमार की राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। जय जय पवन कुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। जय जय राजा राम की जय। श्रृंग पेरपुर धाम की जय। जय जय राजा राम की जय। श्रृंगवेरपुर धाम की जय। श्रृंगवेरपुर धाम की जय। जय जय राजा राम की जय। श्रृंगवेरपुर धाम की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की सिया राम सरकार की बलिहारी केवत प्यार की। सिया राम सरकार की बलिहारी केवत प्यार की। बलिहारी केवत प्यार की केवत प्यार की। सिया राम सरकार की बलिहारी केवत प्यार की। सिया राम सरकार की बलिहारी केवत प्यार की जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार 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 जय। राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। सीता सुकुमार की जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालने Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute. Jagadamba Maya Ki Jai. In just a few days, we'll be celebrating the coming of Bhagavan Shri Ram Navami. Bhagavan Ram came on a very auspicious day. Ramayana helps us to understand the details. Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Navami Tithi Madhu Mas Punita Sukal Pach Abhijit Har Prita Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Bolo Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Bolo Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Madhya Divasati Sitan Dhama. Madhya Divasati Sitan Dhama. Pavan Kal Lok Vishrama Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Bolo Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Bolo Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram. So according to this Chaupai from Balkand, it was the 9th day of the bright half of the sacred month of Chaitra. The day was neither hot according to the Chaupai, Madhyama Divas, it was midday. It was neither hot nor cold. It was a very holy time, Pavana Kala Loka Bisharama, a time when everyone felt very restful. Everyone felt very tranquil and the whole world felt peaceful. Navami Tithi, the Chaupai says, so it means, Navami Tithi means in the 9th day, the 9th Tithi, it's like as in English date, 9th. Bhagavan Shri Ram was born according to the lunar calendar on the 9th day of the month of Chaitra, and this is an auspicious number in Sanatan Dharma, the number 9, in many different ways. As we may have observed that Ram Navami and Sita Navami, or Sita Jayanti as we say, Sita Navami is also, Sita Ji was also born on the 9th, because 9 in Sanatan Dharma represents Purnam. Purna means that which is complete, as in Purnamada, Purnamidam, that which is whole and independent. And also, astrologically, there are 27 constellations. As we know, we call them stars or nakshatras, and these constantly revolving around the universe, of course, in the 4 directions. And when you do 27 by 4, it's equal to 108, and that completes the revolution of the nakshatras around the universe. Also, the month of Chaitra, which is the first month of the Vedic calendar, as we know. This is always in the spring season, and as we know, that spring is associated with, blooming flowers and flowering trees, etc., bursts of different colors. Birth of Navami Tithi, or the 9th day of the month of this lunar calendar, of course, this indicates the freshness of spring. Indicates that Bhagavan Shri Ram in his life, the examples he set would be forever fresh. And also full, complete, as in setting an example for us to be complete. Like as in Bhagavan Shri Ram experiencing the many vicissitudes in life, as we know, how many ups and downs, ebbs and flows Bhagavan Shri Ram experienced, he always showed in his life a remarkable trait. While enjoying the luxuries of life, for example, he was a particular way, and then when he was very young in the stage of Shamitra, came and asked Raja Dasharatha to take him, while a very young prince, to the forest. He was just about 12 years old or so. This was time for a young man to To be scared, Bhagavan Shri Ram displayed no annoyance at all. No disappointment that he had to go to the forest with a sage to kill demons, but he readily agreed to accompany the sage Vishwamitra when his own father, Raja Dashrath, was not confident about his abilities to destroy such powerful demons. So this again shows this very beautiful quality of Bhagavan Shri Ram. Another example of Bhagavan Shri Ram and how he handles situations in life, the pleasant facial expression. From the day before, when he was told that he will be crowned king, that expression did not change when he was told that it was just decided that the plan has changed and that he will not be king anymore, that his younger brother will be king, and in addition to that, that he will be exiled for 14 years. Bhagavan Shri Ram, at that point, such a drastic change in events, just one day apart. But he did not blame anyone, nor anything. But even more admirably, he treated Kaikeyi, his stepmother, who imposed this upon him. And he treated his own mother, Kaushilya, his biological mother, who loved him so dearly, treated both of them with the same love and respect. Even Mandra, who plotted this against him to go away to the exile and not be king, he treated the same way. Bhagavan Shri Ram treated every situation with the same equipoise of mind. So this mindset is this most admirable quality of Bhagavan Shri Ram that he displayed regardless of the situation. As we know that Shri Ram came as Maryada Purushottam, meaning to live life primarily to set an example for man. Even though he was Bhagavan, he is Bhagavan, but when he came to Ayodhya, Shri Ram expressed and exercised only 12 of the 16 elements of divinity. Why? Just to lead from the front so that man can be happy. Why? Because Ram, the word Ram means the one who gives pleasure. So what is the significance of Sri Ram being born on the 9th? What is synonymous with Sri Ram and the number 9 is that neither ever loses their individuality. Not only temporarily, but to eternity. As in the number 9. 9 if multiplied by any other number, the sum is always 9. 9 threes, 27. Numerologically, we add the 2 and the 7. That is equal to 9. Or any other number. 9 sevens, 63. 6 and 3, 9. 9 9, 81. 8 and 1, 9. We get the point. The same thing, it always remains 9. Like Bhagavan Shri Ram, he remains the same person he is regardless. Bhagavan Ram's birth on the 9th date indicates that Ram and the character Shri Ram will never lose its freshness, will never lose its individuality with the passing of time. Its relevance and the ever applicable prescription, the life that Bhagavan Shri Ram lived, a full life, to set an example for those who are willing to emulate him, that they can be successful too. But the question we might be asking ourselves is that we're not born on the 9th, so how are we to maintain our individuality like Bhagavan Shri Ram, especially regardless of any situation? We're not expected to be like him, right? Is the question that we'll ask ourselves. One thing is that Bhagavan Ram came to pave the way for us to lead a life that is not troubled, or not troubled constantly by the various changes in our personal situation or the environment around us. But regarding our date of birth that we're talking about, that we're not born on the 9th, suppose we do some fun math to prove that every person is born on the 9th. Then would we convinced that we should try to emulate Bhagavan Shri Ram? Whatever a birth date is, whatever that date is, let's say you were born the 21st. Let's add those two numbers. 2 and 1, 3, right? So then we drop the 3 there, we know to do simple subtraction. So 21 subtract 3, how much is that? 18. What is 18 equal to numerologically? 8 and 1, 9. You can do that with any number, not only your birth date, but you can do that goes to infinity. and it would always be equal to 9. Try it with any number. That is the power of 9. So from that standpoint, isn't your birthday or the date of your birth is the 9th? Take any number, it will be broken down to the 9th. It will end up being 9. Here's another fun example, a fun way to see that we were all born on the 9th, like Bhagavan Shri Ram. Again, take your birth date, whatever number that is, say the 15th. Then subtract from the reverse of those digits. Essentially, reversing 15, we'll get 51, right? So 51, and we subtract 15 from that, what is that equal to? 36. What is 36 equal to? 6 and 3, 9. And again, we can do that with any single number. You reverse it and you subtract the smaller number, and it would always be equal to 9. So whatever number, whatever your date of birth it is, it always comes down to 9. It shows us that 9 is whole. It's complete. That's why many things in Hinduism is equal to 9 to be complete. Some of them you may know. For example, there are 108 Upanishads. You know Upanishads, right? Shrutis, explanation of the Ved. 108 is equal to 9. There are 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. That's equal to 9. 18 chapters in Mahabharata. That's equal to 9. It took 18 days for a Mahabharata war to be complete. That's equal to 9. To be complete, meaning for Dharma to complete its victory over Adharma. A jap mala that we have that, we chant with is only complete when it has 108 beads. That's 9. There are 9 planets. Navagraha Devata. There are more examples like that, but also in time, for time to be complete. For example, 60 seconds in a minute, right? 60 seconds or 1 minute multiplied by 60 minutes. The total will be 3,600 seconds. What is that equal to? 9. So it's 9 for an hour to be complete. So an hour takes 3,600 seconds. If we were to take 1 hour multiplied by 24, for a day to be complete, it will be equal to, 86,400 seconds. If we total that, 8 plus 6 plus 4, that is 18, that's equal to 9. That's 1 day. So that's 86,400 seconds, or 24 hours. If we were to multiply that by 7, 604,800 seconds. That number is also equal to 9. That's the completion of 1 week. So that's 7 days. If we do that by 4, the end number there is also, you can do the math if you want, 604,800, by 4 weeks, 2.419 million something. That number would also be equal to 9. Shows the completion of a month. In the lunar calendar, 28 days make up 1 month, or 1 lunar month, because Hinduism goes by lunar, not the solar calendar rather. And then if you take 1 lunar month and you multiply that by 12 to get a year, the seconds again would be equal to 18, which is equal to 9. The seconds in 1 year. The point is, for time to be complete, 1 hour, 1 day, 24 hours, a day, a week, a month, a year, all numbers end up being 9. We also know that we have 4 yugas, 4 ages, Satyug, then there's Treta, Dwapar, Kalyug. We know that Kalyug is 432,000 years. 4, 3 and 2, that is equal to 9. Dwapar Yuga is 864,000 years. 8 and 6 and 4, that's equal to 9. In Satyug, 1,728,000 years. For Satyug to complete, that is also equal to 9. If we were to take all those numbers together, is equal to 1 Chaturyuga. And then the bigger number would be 1 Kalpa. 1 Kalpa is that is also equal to 9. 1 Kalpa is 12 hours of Brahma. And if you want to take a full day of Brahma, 1 day and 1 night, that is also equal to 9. So Brahma's day is also equal to 9 to be completed. Those are enough examples, right? See, in our astrology, our numerology, 9 makes things complete, makes things whole, makes things maintain their individuality, as in all those examples we just gave. But not only time and the scriptures, but 9 has something to do with us being created and being complete as well. There's a very popular verse in Bhagavad Gita, Bhumi Rapo Analo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahamkaram Ityamme Binna Prakritiristadha. This is chapter 7, verse 4. It says, Bhumi Rapo Analo Vayu, that earth, water, fire, air, space. Kam Mano Buddhireva Ahamkar. Mind, intellect, and ego, these are 8 things. 8 components of Bhagwan's material energy according to this force, or his apara prakriti, his lower energy. These 8 things, according to Bhagavad Gita, make up the human body. The 5 elements, man, buddhi, and ahamkar. They not only make up the human body, but everything you see outside. The plants, the animals, and everything else in creation. The human body is not only made up of those 5 things though, but with 8 things. Like we said, man, buddhi, and ahamkar. Because those 3 things, they don't die when the body dies. It comes evolved and strengthened when we come again as human beings. But those things also belong to the body. The 5 elements, man, buddhi, and ahamkar. But the body has to have one more thing to be complete. Jiva bhuta mahabaho yedam dharite jagat. This is the 5th verse of chapter 7. Bhagavan says that beyond my lower energy, those 8 things, I have a superior energy, and this is called Jiva Bhutam. This is Jiva Shakti, which is the soul. Jiva Shakti. And the soul is the basis of life in this world. Without soul, body is not complete. So it's useless. The soul animates the other 8 components. So together with the soul and the 8 components, life is complete. A human being is complete. So with those 8 and the soul, those equal to a functioning or a functional human being. In addition to that, there's something else now that is needed, to ensure, or there's one main thing that has to happen all the time to power the body so that you'll be able to keep everything else in order. And this one more thing is called breathing. Now the body is complete, but it has to be powered. So we have to breathe. Modern science will tell us that we breathe approximately 21 to 22,000 times per 24 hours. Ved says, according to this mantra, Shata Shatani Devaratra Sahasranyeka Vinshati Etat Sankhyaatmakam Mantram Jivo Japati Sarvada. Chudamani Upanishad 32-33. The human breathing should be kept at 21,600 times according to Ved. That is how many times we should breathe per day. 21,600, or those numbers are equal to what? To 9. If you divide that between, divide it in 2, meaning daytime and nighttime, or 2 halves of your day, it's 10,800 per 12 hours. That is also equal to 9. So our breathing, we have a complete day by breathing, and those numbers are equal to 9. So with all these examples, we understand better why, following the examples of the life of Shri Ram, we will empower ourselves with all the tools to win over any difficult situation in life and not be carried away when fortune comes our way, for example. Shri Ram was the same as king or as a forest dweller. He exercised decorum regardless of the situation and every time. So in conclusion, when the confluence of the enthusiastic outer life and the silence of the inner self is harnessed, mental equilibrium is created. Abundance and totality in life are created. And one uncovers the purpose of being born as a human being and live that way, walking the path of Shri Ram. We talked about it was Naumi Tithi, it was time for Bhagavan Shri Ram to come, and so Bhagavan Shri Ram first came in his universal form and appeared in front of Kaushalya Maya. She remembers, but hold on. I had asked for a baby, and this is what she said. Mata puni boli, somati doli, tajahu tat yah रूपा की जय शिशुलीला अति प्रियशीला यह सुख परम अनूपा सुन वचन सुजाना रोधन थाना होई बालक सुर भूपा हर्षित महतारी मुनि मनहारी अद्भुत रूप विचारी भय प्रगत कृपाला दीन दयाला कौसल्या हितकारी हर्षित महतारी मुनि मनहारी अद्भुत रूप विचारी. So Kaushalya Maya now is speaking to Bhagavan, and she says to him, as the chant says, Mata Puniboli, So Matidauli, that give up this Tajahu Tata Yaharupa, this roop, this form of Tat, this father-like form, because I want to So Matidauli to swing you, to rock you like a little baby, Ki Jai Shishulila, that take the form of a baby. Ati Priya Shila, the form of babies, give tremendous joy. Yasukha Parama Anupa. There's nothing that can be compared to the joy that a baby gives to the mother. It's unparalleled in the world. This is what Kaushalya Maya is saying. Yasukha Parama Anupa. This is what I want to experience from my little baby. Not this huge form that you have right now. Suni Bachana Sujana, Rodana Thana, Hoi Balak, Surabhupa. Bhagavan is listening to her. He's standing right there, forearms. He listened to her prayers because Kaushalya Maya had prayed for this in her past life. And so, Bachana Sujana listened to her carefully. Bhagavan decided to take the form of a baby. And not only did he take the form of a baby, but Rodha Nathana. She also wanted him to cry like a normal baby. So he took a little form and he cried like a baby. And from that point onwards, brought tremendous joy to Kaushalya Maya, to the rest of Ayodhya, Dashrath as well, and by extension, the entire world. Prem se bolo Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Bar bar var mang ho, harsh deh Shri Rang, parsaro jayan pavani, Bhakti sada satsang. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram. सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम जय जय श्री राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय.